What's going on, baseball fans? Jeremy Banter here for the Baseball Banter broadcast. And on this particular installment, we are going to be looking at the fact that the Yankees have brought on Carlos Beltran back into the organization. How they did it? Let's get into it. Now, while that was a little bit of a misleading intro, the Yankees, and most notably the Yes Network, have brought Carlos Beltran on to be an in-game analyst. This is going to be a 36-game deal for Carlos Beltran with the New York Yankees. I find it very interesting that 36 was the number that Beltran wore with the Yankees during his time with us. That being said, Beltran to me is one of the most intelligent baseball players in the history of this game. I think his baseball IQ is on another level from that of many other players, as evidenced by the fact that he was listed as the architect of the Astros sign stealing scandal. Beltran would be blacklisted and blackballed from baseball following the admission of all of the evidence and things that came out from that 2017 sign stealing scandal. He was set to be the manager of the New York Mets, was brought on, introduced, and all of that, and had the entire job rescinded. Throughout the course of the next couple of seasons, Beltran would be completely MIA. Now, his name has been brought back up, obviously as being brought on to the Yes Network, but most notably because next year he will find himself on the ballot for the first time as a Hall of Fame candidate. Now, the question with Beltran is going to be, once we get into the Hall of Fame discussion next year, whether or not the sign stealing scandal is going to affect his inclusion in baseball's Hall of Fame. We've already seen, and I've already gone over the fact of Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens and the travesty and absolute joke that it was that they were not elected into the Hall of Fame by the writers. That video we already have up on the channel. Links to that will be down in the show notes below. But when it comes to Carlos Beltran, his intellect about the game to me is going to provide another level of analysis. Very similar to how I feel about David Cone. It's going to be very sad for me to not have Cone on as many broadcasts for the New York Yankees, but I'll be able to pick him up on ESPN. Bringing in a guy like Beltran is going to help elevate the players on the field as well. I also think that because he's brought into the organization, this is going to be an opportunity to kind of rehab his image in baseball. Similar to what happened with Alex Rodriguez when he went to Fox, this is going to be an opportunity for Beltran to earn back the grace of the people, the fans, and most notably the organizations around baseball. Now, while the New York Yankees organization and the Yes Network that they own have brought Beltran in as a color analyst, a game analyst for 36 games, I truly think that Carlos Beltran should have been brought in as the new hitting coach for the New York Yankees. I really wanted Beltran to be the manager of the New York Yankees, but they decided to keep Aaron Boone. I think that the fire and the passion and the love that Beltran has for the game of baseball is going to really show through his commentary. I also think that had the Yankees brought him in as a hitting coach, there would have been a level of knowledge and understanding imparted by him to these players on this team that could have really given the Yankees an extra edge going into the 2022 season. I think this is going to be a very important and crucial year for the New York Yankees, and having Beltran back in the organization at least somewhat is going to help elevate them, and I think this is going to provide the New York Yankees an opportunity to dig into his mental acumen, his baseball IQ, and help grow the team. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know down in the comment section below, what is the best aspect of Carlos Beltran being brought back into the game? Is it to be able to rehabilitate his image? Is it to provide the in-game analyst? Is it his proximity to this 2022 New York Yankees and the wisdom he can impart? Let me know what your feelings on this, Yankee fans, are down in the comment section below, and we'll continue the discussion down there. Keep it locked into the entire GLMG family with the Granite Geek Show, We Sibs, and of course here on the Baseball Banter broadcast. For sticking around to the end, use promo code Yankees to save 10% off of your order at baseballbanterbroadcast.com. I want to thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you for tuning in, and keep it locked in here to the Baseball Banter broadcast as I continue to bring you the latest news, notes, and my personal thoughts, theories, and opinions on the game of Major League Baseball. Peace.